So I just want to say hello to everyone, and I appreciate you subscribing and liking and commenting on my channel and my videos. So that's my first thing I want to say is thank you, welcome. And if people don't know me, my name is Ari. So we're gonna get into this set that I did today. I didn't finish from like the design, but we're gonna start out with it. So this is my client. Her cuticles are bad. Like, this is my cousin, so I can say that. But excuse me, her cuticles, they need extra TLC, and she's a nail biter, the whole nine. Like, she gets her nails done just so she don't bite them. Like, even I told her, like, this right here, like, did that hurt? She's like, no, I bit my skin. Girl, listen, you lucky it ain't sore, because I would not be doing it. I recommend, if the client come in with sores and it hurts and you can still is bleeding, I can tell that it's been like maybe 3 weeks since she did it, so I would just start joking with her. But do not take a client that has open sores, because even if you disinfect, you can still have a risk of getting something or contaminated. Listen, don't do it. Alright, so this is me using, it's a rounded drill bit. I'll have to find the name of it so I can put it down below, but this is what I use. I did use something else, but I found this is better. So yeah. So you look at all that dust. That is a lot of dust. That's how bad I could have gone. I wouldn't even say bad. I don't like to talk about nobody's nails, but you just need a little extra TLC when it comes to people's nails like that. Like, I like to push them back, because her nails are the only nails that I've done and they pop off. I can do the whole prep, the whole 9 yards, and one nail's gonna pop off. I told her I think she be biting it, but she said she doesn't. But I don't know. He just gonna continue going around, and this is at the reverse speed on my drill. I'm not saying everybody uses the same concept, but this is what I use, and it works for me. It may not work for you. If you see something or know something that I can use that's better, let me know. I won't take offense to that. But this is my cuticle, the ball bit. This is my favorite. I've been using this for 2 years now, and I love it. So with this one, I go with the forward position because it goes backwards and get into it. You'll see in a minute. You just go in forward motion. And it's weird with the nail drill, because you would think this would be reversed, but actually it's forward. So I'm gonna let y'all watch this and I'll come back. So next, I'll get my sanding band, and I'll sit there and I'll season my sanding band. That way I won't cut my clients, because you don't want to cut your clients. Because with that primer hit, that's gonna burn, and it shouldn't. See, I left it on the wrong speed. So yeah, you don't want to burn. You don't want to cut your clients. When you have your clients sit down, the nail experience should go smoothly, and no cuts, no burns. It comes with time. Yeah, this nail drill, I need another nail drill. You see how it's stopping? Maybe I done had that nail drill for 2 years now. And I think it's just the cord for real, but I'm just gonna buy another one. Yeah, you're just gonna go around. Make sure you get all the rest of that dead skin. Cause this, if you don't do proper prep, your nails will pop off. Trust me. Alright, so I'll just speed it up. So since I said that her nails are just crazy, I went with these tips. So what I did was these are called the full wheel tips. So I can usually use for press ons. Well, I just cut it. You see how small her nail bed is? I think what I'm gonna do next time she come in is create some small nails. That way it has something to grip, because I think that might be the problem too. I don't never cut my clients' nails. Like, I love the length, and I like my nails, like my clients' nails to grow. And most of them do like their nails to grow. That's why they, come, whatever. They don't like to get the overlay because most of them like long nails. But I find it better, especially when you lining up nail tips, that when you put them onto the nail bed with nails, it gives you a direction. Because if you don't look at your nails, like, okay, so when I was in school, they taught me that even though you have a crooked nail, your bones and your fingers is always going to stay straight. So I always used to just look at the people's bones and their fingers. Like, now I've been done it for a while, so I can do it without no hesitation. But that's my little word of advice. You got a client, I have several clients with crooked nails, crooked middle fingers, crooked indexes, and look at that bone. Look at that bone. They probably gonna ask you what you're doing though, but it works until you get used to, your clients and how to put a nail on without being crooked, if the finger's crooked. So yeah, this is what we're trying to figure out, what size tips. And I just found these. I thought these were my little kiss acrylic. I done had it for about 2 years. I didn't know how to, but I'm like, let me try these because, baby, listen, I done tried every nail shape with her, and oh yeah, that KDS glue. I love that glue. And I went to the nail supply store, and I don't even think they got that glue no more. They got something else, and I'm mad because I had like 50 KDS glues. I just went on a bulk spree and bought them. But you can get them on Amazon. I'm gonna link it down below also. But yeah, just make sure you cut them. So I'm cutting them so they can fit. And I'll let y'all continue to watch. And when you apply the nail tips, make sure it's sidewall to sidewall, and you press down like how I'm pressing down, and make sure it's on there and don't pop off. Y'all can cause it to pop off too. It's like it's like a gap. Excuse me. And let me swing a nail. I need to get my money up so I can get better equipment to record. But right now we gonna do this. All right. So right now this is me sizing up the tips to cut them. Cause I told her we want short because baby, these nails about to pop off. And you can use a nail cutter or scissors. I use scissors most of the time. It depends on the nail tip that I'm using. Some is stronger. When it's stronger, I use the nail cutters. The scissors, like these, are kind of like flimsy a little bit, so I decided to use the scissors. Excuse me, it's early. I'm in here recording in my nail shop. Yeah, like I said, you just want to make sure the nail measures up, because you don't want your nails to be looking all funny shaped and the different sizes. Because baby, listen, they gonna talk about you. They gonna talk about you. So yeah, I'll let you continue to watch. This is the 8080 grit file that I've used. You can get them on Amazon, but since I have my license, I go to the nail supply store and get them. I think it's 50 in a pack for like $8, which is not bad versus on Amazon. I know when I started, I just spent so much money on Amazon. But listen, if you want to start out, Amazon is the best place to go. They got the nail kit. I never actually bought a whole nail kit. I know they sell them, but I bought bits and pieces. And then when I went to nail school, they gave me, majority of what I didn't have, which I had a lot of stuff. Like I worked a second job, which I still work, and I just bought my money. I bought my money. I used my money from my job, my 9 to 5, to fund my business, and yeah, just make sure it's even. Yeah. So yeah, I'm like, I think these are still a little bit too long for her. Oh man, my cousin, she be going through it, man. Alright, I'm gonna take my sanding band again. You're gonna blend in the nail tip. Usually I go around the side too because I be scared. Because I'm an over filer. I don't cut no my clients, but baby, when I say I be filing, I'm a rough filer. You just go in, blend it. I blend it all the way down too, also on the nail because it makes the acrylic application more easier. I'm telling you, most of I learned from I went to nail school. I really didn't learn a lot, but I learned a lot from YouTube. So I'm like, you know what? If I can learn, I can teach, I can record, and do what people have done to me. And I learned a lot from YouTube. I'm still learning. What I don't know, I'll look up on YouTube. But yeah. So blend it. So she got a little gap right there. And it's crazy because that same day, mind you, this is her birthday. I did her nails for her birthday. That nail came off. Now I see why it came off because I didn't actually glue it all the way down. See? And I was wondering, like, bro, your nail came off? Like, I know I did what man, listen. Alright. So the acrylic application. This does look pink, but I promise you it's a clear. It just looks, it got a pink tint to it. So I'll put the clear down. I always put clear down, no matter what, because it keeps, it's like a extra length of extra protection for color, to prevent the nail from coming off, but mostly for color because say you use color acrylic and it stings the nail, and then say you want to come back. Well, that's one reason. And then say you want to come back and you have a client who wants a rebalance, or a fill-in. When you file down a nail, you don't want to file down to the natural nail. You know, like you're going to cut them. So usually I'm not the only one, but I use it so I can file it, like at least most of it down. And I can get down to like most of the color off without actually hitting the natural nail with the nail file. I'm going to let y'all watch this. Okay, so this is Mia's Secret Nude Blush. Is it Cover Nude Blush? Yeah, Cover Nude Blush. I love not polished. I love Mia's Secret, but this is my favorite for one because I can get it on Amazon, which I'm gonna link down below. And you know, Amazon, it don't even take that long to come. And it's this blends so well. And I love not polished. The new Panther I used to use all the time, but maybe because I was a beginner, I'm gonna order it and try it again. I'm probably do a video on that. But I could not get it to blend so well. Like I could not for the life of me. And then it took a week and a half to get that stuff. I would have to order it before I ran out, and I'll be doing so much stuff that I'll be forgetting I'm about to run out. But yeah, like this, I love this color. It goes with everybody's skin tone. It's good for ombres, baby. Listen, yes. I say baby a lot, so you gotta have to get used to it. But you see how it's just blending it down. And usually I do the two. No, I'll take that back. I do use the 3B method, which is you put the first bead down, second bead in the middle to make the apex, and then the third bead is the cuticles. And then I also apply a layer of clear on top because that protects me when I go foul into it, and I don't, take the color out from the nude. So yeah, it took, I want to say, a year and a half for me to be able to do that. Literally, like I could not, for the life of me, do 3 beads. It would be like 5 beads, 6 beads. But even now, when I have longer nails, I'll do the 3 bead method. But then I'll go in and make it more sturdier, what you want to do. When the longer the nails, I say I'll do 4 beads, maybe 5 beads, because I don't want the nail to pop off, and you need to strengthen it because the long nails. The short nails, 3 beads. Yeah, 3 beads. Yeah, and I just spilled it. I was mad. I need to get another one. I just be trying to save that because that clear, and that's by Uni, and that's from my local nail supply store. I don't wonder if they got a link, but I just go to my nail. It's $10 for 2 ounces, and I love that brand. Like most of my acrylic now, I done replaced it with that Uni. I don't know who made it, but that baby, it blends. Look at that. And also, I'm gonna do an acrylic powder ratio and to show, how to do the beads. But yeah, basically you just want to pick it up, wait till it, like the liquid absorbs into the acrylic to where you want it's smooth. They say it's till it's smooth, and then you want to apply it, and then that's where the pattern comes. When I say it took a year and a half for me to learn that, maybe it took a year and a half for me to learn that. Maybe that's why I said, like with New Panther, I wasn't, even with I love Valentino too. Like you see how that was, I picked it up and it went straight glossy, and then when you pat it down, which I don't know, I gotta get my ankles together. Yeah. And you know what? She was asleep. Like, I told her, I said, cause that's why I have only one hand I'm showing, because the other hand, she just kept moving. So I just put this one hand in there, but she fell asleep. I tell you, it was her birthday. She was up kicking it. I ain't mad though, because I could work, but anybody else, I would work they butt up. For her, I'm like, alright, cuz, I give you some leeway, cause you're my cousin, and I know you have a long day, it's your birthday, but baby, don't move. If you move, I'm gonna get mad. So yeah, that's the third bead. You want to round, you want to pat it down, and you go swipe. So side, pat, middle, swipe, down. So make sure you seal it. See, I went and added another one because it didn't. See, look at her hand moving. So like, that finger ain't went nowhere. Especially right there, because you don't want to mess it up. Like, man, I can see you move when I was at the bottom part, but I'm at the top, man. You know how much fouling that is? Oh yeah, so, another thing. If you apply acrylic, this is going to the cuticle part, okay? When you apply, you want to make sure you use a small, wetter bead, okay? When you do that, you want to make sure you do not, see, look. I was like, man, I was just going to move this out the way. Okay, you want to make sure you don't put it on the cuticle, because that's another reason why your nail pops off. You want to put it close and then push it up, and then how I pat down, that's what you want to do. Because if not, you're going to be fouling. Then when you get closer to that skin, that you got a potential of cutting your client, and I'm telling you, you do not want to do that. And I have not cut a client in a year and a half, and I'll cut a couple, maybe I'll say a couple, like 2, plus myself. When I started, man, my cuticles was jacked up, sores, everything. But then I learned what not to do, and that was only because I had the cuticle covered with acrylic, and I'm trying to get the acrylic. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's a learning process. But so this is the smaller bead. You're going through the cuticle. They pushing up, side, pat, down. See? And I'm mad I can't even. I think I'm gonna thumb my shirt. But yeah. I'm saying that, like, this is the one that broke. See? Nice shape. Love the shape. But yeah. I don't say, like, see, it wasn't as wet as I wanted to. So you see this little hump, that's why it fell off. You don't want no humps. And I thought I had fixed it by my e-file, but I didn't. It's a hump. You don't want no humps. And I'm willing to admit my mistakes. Like, when I look back at the video, I can see, like, okay, cause that's what happened. But then again, like, you was asleep too, so. But yeah, pat down, and I leave a little bit on the side. You see how I didn't always cut all the way covered, and it's still a little white, because I go and file that off, because that's the extra piece of the nail. That's what I do. You don't have to do that, but that's what I do, so I can get that smaller shape. But I'm gonna let y'all watch. So this is the middle part. See, pat. I go get my liquid. Pat, middle. This is where you want your strength. This is called an apex. This is the building of your apex. And the cuticle bead is going to cover the rest of the apex. That's going to be where your strength is, because that's where a natural nail and a nail tip meet. When you hit your nail, that's where it hurts. Now, I'd rather your nail hurt than your nail pop off. So, I know with this one, I think I did use 4 beads. And that was only because I was scared, because she was sleeping. I didn't want her to move. So yeah, side, back, and in the middle. Side. Just continue. And please wipe your brush, wipe your brush, wipe your brush. And if not, you don't want to be in the middle of a set and you gotta build up an acrylic and you gotta let there and you want to take about 5 or 10 minutes to soak and trying to wipe that acrylic out. That makes your sets longer and people won't come back. Trust me, I know. So you see how I let some of that white on the side? I'm about to file that. But I'm gonna let y'all watch. As always, you want the clear to go on top, be a little running, not running now. You want your bead, like your clear bead, to go on top to be, which is my fault. Not running, but somewhat running. I should have known not to hurry up and put it. See, like I said, when it comes to doing nails, you have to be on index. Now, this is the filing. Usually you don't have to go on the side, but I noticed that I actually have a little bit of acrylic on the side, so I just went under it. But same process. You don't want to, you just want to do the side of the nail. Just make sure. See, I came a long way to where I don't have to file as much because I didn't go along the sides when I was a beginner. Even up to last year, I would do extra filing because I couldn't control my acrylic. And I just come with, you know, consistent. When you're consistent and you control it. See, my shape was nothing like this compared to last year. When I say when you're consistent and you learn and you constantly do nails, you learn a lot, you get better, your speed get faster. Because I think I'm down to maybe an hour. And that's with extra stuff added. Yeah, see, you can tell my sorry. So, yeah. And I used to always think like, oh, I will never get fast because my first set was 4.5 hours. And baby was misshaped. Man, I'm gonna post a video of my old sets. And all that came a long way. So, this is me taking my client and facing it as, say, she was looking at it. So you want to make sure it looks good on both sides. On your end and their end. So basically, this is what you do. See how they look? Once again, these clients are a representation of your work. You want to make sure these nails are on point. Like, I will say, like my client, my cousin, her nail popped off. This same day I did it. She was at the bar and she sent me a picture and it was off. And now I know what happened. So that's my fault, like I said. Make sure everything is consistent always and it'll prevent that. So this. So now we take the E-file and I'm going around the cuticle. This is the 5-in-1 fine drill bit. You will find on Amazon, which I got on Amazon. I'll link it down below. But yeah. Just going around, just going around. This seals the cuticles to prevent lifting and your nail popping off. But like I said, like even though I silked it, it's the fact that I believe from the beginning, which when I put the nail tip on, it wasn't all the way pushed down. I seen a bubble. So right then and there, I should have fixed it. I didn't. So make sure, it's too late now. But make sure you fix your mistakes beforehand, before they even, like I can't even, I would have to take the whole nail off to fix it. But yeah. Now I look back at it, I'm like, because I asked her, like, bro, well, did you take it off? She said no. Now I see that nail on the side wasn't all the way secure. So when she hit it, it popped off. That's what happened. Just make sure you pay attention to your work. And I think I did that because I was trying to get her hand to be steady because she was asleep when I was putting the nail tips on. So that's my fault. And I usually go under because make sure you don't have no extra acrylic underneath when you pat it down. And I'll let y'all watch this. So you take your buffer, buff the nail, you get all the imperfections out from filing, which if you file correctly and in the same somewhat angle, you'll have less, but you'll have some anyway because it's still a drill going on top of it. Just file each nail. Well, not file, buff each nail, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let y'all watch this and I'll come back. By then, she done woke up, so I'm like, oh, now you want to wake up. Okay, well, we good, because we ain't about to mess about this lineup. So after I buff the nail, dust it off, you know, get all the dust off, and I'll spray it down with 70% alcohol. You can use whatever you feel like it. I used it, like I said, like I learned a lot from YouTube. I seen them use it, so I use it as a dehydrator sometimes. And use it with my pH bond, and then sometimes I just use it with that because I don't like my clients. Say you drawing with, you know, drawing or using gel polish, like that soap leaves a residue, and I don't. Nah, we're not right. Nah, that's too much. Spraying it. About to wipe it. And good to go. I did not show this design, but I would get better and I would start showing designs on how I do stuff. So that's the rest of the video. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you.